everybody, today on the show we're talking about lesbians. Last week on the show, I answered the question of whether or not girls are more easily grossed out than guys. Got some great gross out comments. Max Beyer, who said, I'm a 20-something guy who can't sit through a human biology class because thinking about insides makes me ridiculously squeamish. It's incredible that we have to walk around in this skin and guts suit because it makes so many of us so disgusted. Sweeney Poodles had this to say: I think a big part of this is the man-up factor that teaches men to temper their feelings. It's not manly to be disgusted by spiders to the point where you run away from them. It's manly to kill the spiders. Once you start killing spiders and you realize it's no big deal, the feeling of disgust or fear diminishes. I guess I haven't killed enough spiders because they gross me out and I get Professor Boyfriend to kill them. Just want to let Danny Alas know that I have seen your request for a video on the sexual double standard and I am making it. Keep an eye out for it on Stuff Mom Never Told You, the channel. This week on the show, I actually want to tackle two questions along the same lines. Kelsey Morgan asked, what I want to know is why some men believe a woman turns gay or why they believe they can turn a girl straight. Why is it so weird for a woman such as myself to be gay? JJ Nang says, Kristen, I want to ask you something. Whenever I tell straight men who are hitting on me that I'm gay, why do they always take it as I got hurt by a guy before and that's why I turned gay? Why can't they accept the fact that she is gay because she is? According to the Williams Institute out of UCLA, an estimated 3.5% of adults in the US identify as lesbian, gay, or bisexual, and an estimated 0.3% of adults are transgender. The people who don't accept that you are a lesbian are the weird ones because they don't accept statistical facts. Let's imagine the straight guy hanging out at a bar. He's approached by a gay guy who says, hey man, I'd love to take you out sometime. The guy says, oh no man, I'm into chicks. The gay guy says, what? No, you are way too hot to be. You're way too hot to be straight. You clearly like penis, and even if you say you don't, I'm gonna show you how much you like penis. And the straight guy would then flip his lid. There are plenty of open-minded, educated, straight guys who understand what sexual orientation is. There are still plenty of straight guys who have this sort of chasing Amy influenced idea that female sexuality is so fluid. If a woman says that she's a lesbian, then it just means that she hasn't had the right kind of penis. Really flawed, heteronormative, backward thinking that guys need to scrub out from their brains. I do think that some of it stems from this pop cultural fetishization of attractive lesbians. Katy Perry singing about kissing a girl and liking it. Hot cheerleader characters on Glee making out. So much in porn of hot lesbian action and then finally a guy walks into the room and they're like, come on. Guys, even if you have a massive crush on a lesbian because she's like the coolest woman, you just don't know what to do because she's a woman and like that's the way that your sexual orientation flows. You need to respect the fact that that's not the way her sexual orientation flows. As for the question of why some straight men still insist that they can turn lesbians or sleep with them or date them, whatever, I think that there are a lot of different factors involved, such as basic ignorance about how sexual orientation works, lack of respect on their part, some male ego involved tied to that, this pop cultural fetishization. But I think also undergirding a lot of this is straight privilege, never having our dominant structure of the way that we do relationships and the way that we do sex being challenged. I think that we need to talk more about, too, consent in the sense of not challenging women who say that they don't want your number, they don't want to make out with you, or they don't want to do whatever. All of this is part of this massive stew pot of issues that need to be worked out in 21st century dating, sex, and relationships. Now I want to hear what you think about this. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever done this to someone? I want to know too whether you also think that there is a broader problem of no not being taken for an answer, not in the sense of in the bedroom consent, but even way before that. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, ask me your questions so that I can answer.